Hey there, Warriors fans. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the latest and most shocking news surrounding the Golden State Warriors. The buzz around the league right now is absolutely insane, and it's hard to keep up with everything that's happening. There's so much speculation, so many rumors, and yet the stories seem to be coming together in a way that could completely reshape the NBA landscape. Today, we're focusing on some of the biggest names in basketball history and how they might connect with the Warriors moving forward. I'm talking about two players who are often discussed as legends of the game. One is Giannis Antetokounmpo, a player who has dominated with the Milwaukee Bucks for years, and the other is LeBron James, someone who needs no introduction and is widely considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest, of all time. Recent reports and insider chatter suggest that the Warriors have these two superstars firmly in their sights. The idea of Giannis leaving Milwaukee has gained momentum, especially given his recent comments that have raised eyebrows across the league. He has openly criticized his teammates, questioning their effort, chemistry, and willingness to share the spotlight. Statements like these rarely go unnoticed, and they often indicate a deeper dissatisfaction that could lead to a trade or even a free agency departure. Giannis has been vocal about his frustration with teammates taking selfish shots, not committing fully to team play, and not matching the intensity he expects. This behavior, combined with the speculation that Milwaukee may not be able to meet his long-term expectations, has fueled rumors that a trade might be on the horizon. The Warriors appear ready to position themselves as a top contender if such an opportunity arises, looking to secure him and build a team capable of competing for a championship immediately. On the other side, there's the long-discussed fantasy of pairing Steph Curry with LeBron James. For years, fans have imagined what it would look like to see these two superstars on the same roster, and for the longest time, it seemed nearly impossible. But now, with LeBron approaching unrestricted free agency, the scenario is gaining credibility. If Golden State can attract him, the combination of Curry's shooting, leadership, and playmaking with LeBron's versatility and dominance could create one of the most formidable lineups in recent history. Sources suggest that the Warriors are actively exploring the potential to bring James on board, while simultaneously preparing for the possibility of trading for Giannis. This dual approach highlights just how aggressive the organization is willing to be to regain a top-tier competitive edge in the league. It's important to understand the urgency behind these potential moves. The Warriors, despite their talent, have faced a challenging stretch this season. Injuries have piled up, with key players like Jonathan Kuminga sidelined at critical moments. Even with Steph Curry performing at an elite level, the team has struggled to consistently close out games against top-tier competition. Recent losses have highlighted a glaring need for another superstar to complement Curry. While young players like Kuminga show promise, injuries and inconsistency make it difficult to rely solely on the current roster to carry the team to championship contention. This reality makes the possibility of adding Giannis, LeBron, or both extremely appealing for the organization and fans alike. The situation with Giannis has escalated as he continues to publicly express frustration with his teammates' performances. Comments like, "We're not playing hard, we're not working together, chemistry is missing," paint a clear picture of his dissatisfaction. In a recent game, he took only a handful of shots in the first half, a move that signals he is not happy with the way things are going in Milwaukee. This mirrors situations we've seen in the past where elite players have quietly, or sometimes not so quietly, demanded change, ultimately resulting in trades or free agency departures. For Golden State, this could be a perfect storm. Curry has previously expressed admiration for Giannis and has hinted at wanting to play alongside someone with the kind of impact Giannis brings. The strategic pairing of Curry and Giannis would relieve some of the scoring pressure on Steph while allowing him to maximize his playmaking abilities. Past experiences have shown that when Curry shares the court with other high-caliber players, defenses are stretched, creating space for him to operate at an even higher level. LeBron James entering the conversation adds another layer of excitement. Despite being in the later stages of his career, LeBron remains one of the most impactful players in the league. The prospect of joining forces with Steph is tantalizing, as it combines experience, leadership, and unmatched basketball IQ. The Warriors' front office appears committed to exploring all avenues to make this dream lineup possible, understanding that even with Curry at his best, the team struggles without another superstar threat. LeBron's ability to command defenses, create opportunities, and elevate his teammates could perfectly complement Golden State's style of play. Meanwhile, the media frenzy surrounding Giannis's potential move adds credibility to the idea that the Warriors could realistically secure both players in the near future, reshaping the league in dramatic fashion. The season so far has demonstrated the Warriors' vulnerability, especially when key players are injured. While Curry continues to deliver incredible performances night after night, relying solely on his brilliance is not sustainable. Players like Jonathan Kuminga show flashes of greatness, but face setbacks due to injuries or inconsistent production. Even with exceptional individual performances from role players such as Moses Moody, Gary Payton II, and others, the team has struggled against fully healthy opponents. This inconsistency underscores why the potential acquisitions of Giannis or LeBron, or both, are more than just flashy headlines. They're almost a necessity to bring the Warriors back to championship contention. The pressure to make bold moves is heightened by the competition within the league, where teams are constantly evolving and strengthening their rosters. Adding Giannis or LeBron would not only elevate the Warriors' immediate championship prospects, but also provide long-term stability at a superstar level. Imagine the spacing, the playmaking, the ability to switch defensively, and the overall intimidation factor when opponents have to account for Steph, Giannis, and LeBron at the same time. Beyond the on-court impact, the morale boost and renewed energy throughout the locker room could reignite the Warriors' competitive fire. Young players could develop alongside established superstars, creating a perfect balance of experience and emerging talent. Fans, naturally, are already imagining how such a lineup could dominate the playoffs, and the excitement surrounding the team's possibilities is reaching fever pitch. At the same time, it's impossible to ignore the challenges of orchestrating these moves. Trades and free agency acquisitions are never guaranteed. There's salary cap considerations, negotiations, and timing issues that could affect whether these hypothetical scenarios become reality. Golden State must navigate these factors carefully while keeping team chemistry intact. The front office must weigh the immediate gains of adding a superstar against the long-term impact on roster flexibility and financial commitments. Even with all the potential complications, the enthusiasm surrounding the possibility of pairing Curry with Giannis, LeBron, or both is palpable. For fans who have watched Steph carry teams through multiple championship runs, the idea of finally surrounding him with another superstar is thrilling. Beyond the superstars themselves, the ripple effect on the rest of the team cannot be overstated. When elite talents like Curry, Giannis, or LeBron share the court, role players often elevate their games as well. Defensive schemes are more effective, spacing improves, and ball movement becomes more dynamic. Opponents are forced into difficult decisions, trying to contain multiple threats simultaneously. Even minor adjustments in rotations or lineups can have outsized impacts on outcomes. The Warriors are at a point where a calculated risk could yield transformative results, making this period one of the most fascinating and consequential in the franchise's history. As we continue to analyze the Warriors' situation, it's impossible to ignore the pressure mounting on Steph Curry. Even on nights when he delivers masterful performances, the team struggles to close out games. Just recently, we witnessed a clash against the Dallas Mavericks that perfectly highlighted the current limitations of this roster. Despite Curry's incredible scoring, vision, and leadership, the team was unable to secure the win. The supporting cast performed admirably in stretches, but without another superstar-level threat on the floor, defenses can concentrate too heavily on Curry, forcing the team into suboptimal shots or turnovers. This ongoing pattern underscores why the potential addition of Giannis Antetokounmpo or LeBron James, or ideally both, is not just exciting but almost necessary to restore the Warriors to championship form. The Giannis situation is particularly intriguing because it combines on-court dominance with off-court drama. His public criticisms of teammates suggest a growing frustration that the Milwaukee Bucks may not be able to contain. When a superstar reaches this point of dissatisfaction, the ripple effects on team morale, game performance, and trade possibilities can be immense. Giannis has already shown he is willing to push back, subtly or not so subtly, against situations he finds limiting. For the Warriors, this opens a window of opportunity. A team that can successfully court Giannis and integrate him into a system designed to complement his strengths could immediately become a contender unlike any other in the league. The potential synergy between Curry's unparalleled shooting and court awareness with Giannis's athleticism, defensive versatility, and sheer power is breathtaking to consider. Meanwhile, the prospect of LeBron joining Golden State adds a different but equally compelling dynamic. While LeBron may be in the later stages of his career, his influence on the floor remains staggering. He continues to control games, make teammates better, and manipulate defenses in ways that few players in history can. Pairing him with Curry would allow the Warriors to maximize spacing and tempo, making the team far more dynamic offensively while adding a defensive anchor capable of neutralizing top opposing scorers. LeBron's experience in playoff battles is unmatched, and his leadership could stabilize a team navigating high-pressure situations in the postseason. While LeBron may not have the same level of athletic dominance he once had, his understanding of the game, decision-making, and versatility are still at elite levels, making him a perfect partner for Curry in a championship chase. The Warriors' current season has already highlighted the gaps that a superstar addition could fill. Injuries to Jonathan Kuminga and other key players have exposed the team's vulnerability in both offense and defense. Even with Curry performing at historic levels, the absence of a secondary superstar has been glaring. Recent games have shown that young players, while talented, are not yet ready to carry the team through playoff-level competition. While players like Moses Moody, Gary Payton II, and Andrew Wiggins provide moments of brilliance, relying solely on them is a risk too great for a team with championship aspirations. Adding Giannis or LeBron, or ideally both, addresses this imbalance immediately, providing both scoring, defensive presence, and leadership to complement Curry's brilliance. On nights when Curry is pressured heavily, he has shown the ability to carry the team, but even his remarkable efforts are not always enough. In recent matchups, opposing defenses have double-teamed him consistently, daring others to step up and exposing the Warriors' depth issues. This has been particularly noticeable in games against teams like the Mavericks, who, despite having multiple injuries themselves, have managed to exploit gaps in Golden State's rotations and defensive schemes. The result is a team that, while talented, is often on the back foot against the league's elite. The addition of a superstar alongside Curry changes this entirely. Suddenly, opposing defenses must account for 2 or even 3 major threats, stretching their schemes and creating space for efficient offense. The front office is undoubtedly aware of the urgency. Trade windows and free agency timelines are critical, and missing the opportunity to acquire either Giannis or LeBron could have long-term consequences. While speculation alone drives excitement, the Warriors are actively positioning themselves to make bold moves. This is not merely about chasing headlines. It is about constructing a roster capable of competing at the highest level and adapting to the modern NBA landscape. The league is evolving rapidly, with multiple teams surrounding their stars with elite supporting casts. Golden State's window for immediate contention may not remain open indefinitely, making strategic acquisitions essential. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers are growing louder around the Warriors, and the tone is far from optimistic. A sense of tragedy has quietly settled over the franchise, shaking the locker room and raising serious doubts about the future of one of its most important players. What was once seen as a stable core now appears vulnerable, with sources close to the situation describing an environment marked by uncertainty, emotion, and difficult conversations behind closed doors. The word tragedy has been circulating carefully, never fully explained, yet heavy enough to suggest a personal and deeply impactful event that has gone beyond the court. Teammates are said to be rallying in support, but even solidarity cannot fully mask the tension that has followed. In moments like these, basketball becomes secondary, and the long-term implications often extend well beyond the season. Amid this emotional backdrop, speculation about a possible departure has intensified. The player in question is not a role piece or an end-of-bench contributor, but someone whose presence has helped define the Warriors' identity in recent years. Executives are reportedly weighing compassion against competitiveness, aware that forcing continuity may do more harm than good. There's a growing belief that a change of scenery could be part of the healing process, both for the athlete and for the team. League insiders suggest that several organizations are quietly monitoring the situation, prepared to move quickly if the Warriors decide to open discussions. At the same time, fans remain divided, torn between loyalty and the harsh realities of professional sports. Some see the potential exit as inevitable, while others cling to hope that time and support might stabilize what currently feels fragile. For now, everything remains in the realm of rumor. No official statements, no confirmations, only a trail of signs that something significant is unfolding. What is clear is that the Warriors are facing one of their most delicate moments in recent memory, where humanity, loss, and ambition collide. Whether this chapter ends in separation or reconciliation, the echoes of this tragedy may linger long after the noise fades. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.